G'day, cheers everyone. How you all doing today? What day is it? You know I never know my days. June 13th, Thursday, June 13th, 2024. I've got my calendar back where it belongs. I've got the dates circled so I can figure out what day is it. And today is the free with purchase class. It's a free card class for anyone who wants to watch. I'll verbally give measurements. I'll tell you what I use. And then you can feel free to recreate these cards exactly as I've made them or change them up to, you know, something you like. Now, if you want this class free and sent as a kit to you, then you just have to make minimum $35 purchase prior to shipping and tax and use the host code that I'll put in the description of this video after we're done. And you will get this card kit sent to you. We're using the Wildly Flowering today. And so you'll get all the pieces. You just won't get any stamped images because we can't do that against Stampin' Up policy. And but you will get all the die cuts. But obviously these stamped images you don't get. So you can use something you already have, or you can order the stamp set, which is Wildflower Designs is what we're using today. And I did use some dies from the Citrus Blooms for the leaves, the gold leaves here. But you could use, you know, anything that you currently have as well if you already have a die or a punch or anything like that. So, you know what? Let's just get started. I'm going to turn it down and we can get started on this class. And I'll show you how I made everything. Let me just quickly do some, got to do some things here so that we're making it that it's the right way. So that we're not doing this upside down. I know when I first started filming, everything would come upside down. And I was like, oh no. So you should be, there we go, we're live. Here we go, I can see things. Oops, volume's on. You got to turn the volume off before you can do that. Okay, so we are going to get started and put these together. Now, as normal, I've done all the cutting beforehand. Put some extra ones in there. So when you get your kit in the mail, it will look like this. Envelopes come with it. These stamped images will not be in it, and these will not be die cut. So you can use, again, whatever flowers you have, or you can get this set if you don't already have it and use that. Okay, so let's get started. Again, we've got our thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And just speaking, if you don't already have this bundle, which is again Wildflower Designs, excuse me, you see it also has these dies with it. All my stamps are out because we're using them today. But it has these fun dies. Excuse me. Bundles come at 10% off. But there's a sale right now to the end of June that you get another 10% off. So it's 20% off your bundle. And then if you want even another 20% off that, then purchase the starter kit, join our team. You'll get that as well. Okay, so we've got this little piece of DSP and this larger piece. This larger piece is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And then this one, I did it at 5.5 by 5/8. I just want a little bit of overlap there. And we'll simply pop this one down. The paper has got a lot of florals. I found there's 2 papers that are kind of like the accents. And then the rest are a lot of florals, but it's really pretty. So the point of this these cards too, was to really showcase this DSP. And that's the other one that's kind of got the plain backing, is that beautiful misty moonlight blue color there. And so you just easily adhere these 2 down. I just like this little accent piece down here just to give it some visual interest. Then we're going to take our ribbon. This is actually from the Petal Pink and White 1/4 inch trim This was out of stock when it first came out, but I checked and it is back in stock today. So I'll have to find something to do with that petal pink. We'll have to do a card class so we can use that up too. So we've just got some ribbon that we'll tie around, and we're just going to tie a knot on this one, which I was actually finding was like, this is harder than tying a bow sometimes. I know that sounds silly, but we're going to kind of make that tight. As tight as you can, still a little loose. And then, oh, I knew I'd forget something. Forgot the scissors. I thought I already had them. Nope, they're right here. Here we go. And we'll just trim that ribbon. I know I'm not using my ribbon scissors. Shock. But that's okay. Now, these fun dies, the ones I was showing you, when you grab this die here, this scalloped one, and you run it through, it'll cut it out in two pieces like that. So you do have a border and then this piece. And then when you die cut out with this, the very center piece here, that goes there, and that'll actually layer right in here. Okay? So that's why you only use 2 dies, but you end up with 3 pieces. So we've used Misty Moonlight for this outer edge. And what I've done here is go ahead and glue this flat. And I just put a little bit of, I really like the liquid adhesive here. I always forget to make sure I'm in frame or not. And just put this, kind of tuck it under that ribbon. So if you've done that ribbon too tight, you're going to want to put this on first, I should say. But I found it was hard to make it really tight, so that ribbon is a little loose, which I don't mind. It doesn't actually bother me. Then we are going to stamp in, I've kept it down to 3 inks that you'll need for this entire class. And that is Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, or Mauve, whichever way you want to say it, and the Black Memento. So we're going to use our Moody Mauve, Mauvey Mauve. And I should have put these up so I could see. There we go. We're going to get this stamp here, the floral stamp, and the You've Been on My Mind. Now these pieces are kind of big for the sentiments, so that is why on several of these I've added in a little extra. So we're just stamping that in the Moody Mauve, and we'll put that kind of there. And I did put it up a little higher because even when you put it in the middle, there's still a lot of white space. So that's why I took out the Misty Moonlight and this little flower. And I should have I always forget to get a scrap piece, so we'll just use this. And I've got that little flower and just inked the edge and put a little flower there, just to try to fill in that space a little. And I did try it with the second flower, but I didn't like the way it looked, personally. You could maybe stamp off if you, maybe. But I liked it just with one, so we're just going to keep it at 1. And then we're going to glue these 2 together. Now, if you want, you could put dimensional layers on those. Oh, I did it on the upside down part. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It'll still look fun. There's always an upside down part when you've got all those little holes. Maybe if I put my glasses on, I could see better. So I've actually put this one backwards. But you know what? Whoever gets this card, they're not going to know that. So it's okay. Then we're going to get some dimensionals. And go ahead and just put a couple of them on. Whoops. So like sticking over the edge. And I can hear that wind blowing, but it was nothing like that storm that we got hit with. Was it Tuesday? I don't know what day it was, but it was this week. We were hit with a downburst from a storm. There was hail everywhere. I'm waiting to get my roof checked. It was very, very scary. We thought it was a tornado. So, okay. So these little leaves are from the textured metallic specialty paper, and I've just used from the Citrus Blooms dies. So you could grab any dies you have and just cut out, if you have gold foil, use gold foil. I just had the textured metallic paper near me and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on all these, and then the flower, and then you're just popping it underneath. That's why you've got the dimensionals there, so these will fit in easy. And the same with this bottom one for the bottom corner. And you'll notice a little bit of a theme with using the flowers because they're so cute. So you can stamp these. I'll show you how they stamp. And I used black memento. Oh, do I not have cardstock? Oy vey. Here's some cardstock. And we've got two cute little flowers. Got to clean this one off. I just shook the whole table, didn't I? So I am going to be taking a couple of weeks off doing lives, and instead I'm going to do some ordering specials because I have to rearrange this entire crafting space where my tables are. I've got a new table I need to put together, and everything's just like chaos right now, and I'm not functioning my best with all this chaos going on. So I'm going to take some time because the online classes, believe it or not, take a lot of prep time in doing these videos and everything. So you might not see some videos for a couple of weeks, but I will be back. So I've used the light mossy meadow and just colored the leaves in with those, and it's really quick and easy coloring. And then there are dies that cut these flowers out. Okay, I'm not going to color them all because I actually have them already done. I'm just going to show you how quick and easy these are to color. I mean, I didn't even really care if I went right on the line or not with it, and boom. And this is light moody mauve or mauve, whichever way you want to go with that. And so you can use whatever combination you want, just whatever looks good to you. Okay, and that's the flowers for all the cards. So I'm just going to keep it at that, so we're saving time, because I know you've got things you need to go do, crafting that you got to go do that you can't do when you're watching. So I want to make this as quick as possible. And you might just have to give it a little push down too. There, cute, right? Easy, cute. And a little one in here. And that's our first card. Done. Too easy. And that paper is just really, I really like it. I wasn't, like, it was probably the last suite I went to when I was looking through the new catalog, but now that I'm using it, I'm like, oh, I really love these colors in here. So, oh, almost done. Let's not forget the bling. So these are adhesive backed textured dots, and they actually come with this suite. So I am using the entire suite today, and then we can just pop some bling on here. Just whatever looks good, throw it on there. There we go. A little bit of bling as well. Okay, card number 2. So there's not a lot of measurements for that card, which is great. Quick and easy is what we want. Okay, card number 2 is this one. And it actually opens this way, just to give a little bit of, you know, something different. So you're going to want 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I had to think about it for a second there. My voice is just really weird today. I don't know if there's allergies in the air or what. Summer allergies. I did spend a lot of time outside cleaning up all the leaves. You should have seen, I did put a video on my Facebook channel, like my Facebook, but it is public, but fair warning, there was some cuss words, sorry. Well, it was pretty shaken up. So Okay, but you can see what we were dealing with. This is Moody Mauve cardstock, and it is 3.5 by 4.25. And then I've embossed it with this really cute Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder that also comes with the suite, and it's really fun. It actually reminds me of Bounty paper roll, you know, paper towels, the the dots it has in that. So okay, so this one, this little piece of DSP is 2 inches by 4.25, and that 4.25 is so it fits here. And I did cut this the wrong way. It really technically maybe should have been that way, but I kind of like the way this one looks sideways too, so I just went with it. I was like, it'll work, no one knows. And it's very faint, so we'll just lay that one down there. Again, very little measurements with these, so you can take these layouts with anything that you have. I'm thinking of redoing these with Christmas cards. I think this would make some fun Christmas card layouts because they're pretty simple, and it will use some of that beautiful DSP that's coming. Oh, you can't see it yet. That's right. July 3rd, we've got some Christmas stamp sets and Christmas DSP, Christmas bling, all coming with online exclusives. Of course, if you want to get that added to your cart now, you can join our team. We'd love to have you. We prefer to call it a creative community rather than a team, because we build relationships and friendships in our community. But you would become, you know, a Stampin' Up! Hobby demonstrator, or you could start your own business if you want. We do like what you want. Most of the people on my team are hobby demonstrators, savvy shoppers even, we can call them, and they're here for the fun. They're here for the love of Stampin' Up!, and I'm here for that. So we'll just do a ribbon around there. Probably could have got that a little tighter. Now this one, again, you're going to see a lot of repetitiveness with this, so which is great because it makes it easy. Now you will get these die cut pieces in your kit. So this one, I actually raised it up using the mini dimensionals and just a couple around the corners. Cute little, I love these little mini dimensionals. They're adorable. I know, it's like anything miniature size is just so cute, right? Miniature, think about it, miniature pony, miniature dogs. Have you ever seen like that miniature food and they did the little cooking show? That's ridiculousness. I don't know how they get everything so tiny. Miniature train sets. I mean, the list goes on. Anything small is just adorbs. So, there we go. Oh, I have to post that photo of my dog. I was just thinking of the backings for these. I looked down the other day and my dog has one stuck right to her face. It's so funny. So I just put some mini dimensionals there and just pop that down. Kind of pushing that ribbon. That'll help this stay in place too. Did I put that crooked? A little bit. A little bit. You can kind of just pull it apart too. There we go. Okay. Then we are going to do a little technique in just a second here with the thank you. And then I did get the Misty Moonlight and just stamp this here. Again, just trying to fill up this space because it's just such a big space for the little sentiments. So I did get some post-it tape. Where is my post-it tape? Had it, it's right in front of my face. This is a 1-inch post-it tape roll. Just get it on Amazon. Post-it tape. Put that in. Cover up the U with the post-it tape. Okay. Then we're going to get our Moody Mauve. Mauvey Mauve. And we're going to ink that. Oops. Stay there, post-it. We're going to ink this. And then you'll want to take the tape off and stamp you're just stamping the thank, so don't look at the U, just look at the thank. Hope that's straight. Good enough. Then you're going to want to clean it. I always clean it and then I'll stamp it on a little scrap of paper as well, just to get any of the residue off, because you don't want any residue. Okay, and then you can take that same bit of post-it and cover the thank. You don't have to cover the whole thing. Well, this is going to. And then you're going to get the U. And then you can just throw that away. Or you can let it dry and use it again. So now we want to just look at the U and put that here. And I did space it out a little bit too. So that makes that fit. I like it. Okay, now we'll quickly put these together. And again, I just did it flat here. Put it onto this one. And this is why it's kind of fun too, is because you can make this pop up, this centerpiece, how it cuts it out. Or you can switch out the colors so you can have multiple colors in there as well. And we'll just quickly pop some dimensionals on there. Here we go. So to get on my ordering special, make sure you sign up for my email. Information will be in the comments below or in the description of the video if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can get, I know that's crooked, but we're just ignoring it, okay? You can get my email specials that way. So again, I've used the same leaves from the metallic textured. Sorry, there's a lot of noise coming from outside because there was a lot of cleanup after the storm. I mean, there were trees down all out the back. The roadways were blocked where we lived, so we couldn't get out that way until they were clearing the road. So it was quite something. I've got some siding damage. All my screens are completely torn up. Waiting to get the roof inspected. So, and the roof guy said he was going to come fix the siding as well. But there was my daughter's car got hail damage. Got to figure out if we're going to do a claim on that or not. But you know, as soon as you put a claim on your insurance, they seem to up that rate. It seems to be every time. So, okay, so you'll see that, oh, that needs to sit for a minute and glue. Just want to push those down. If you're doing it this way, you could put those on first, but I find it just easier just to slide them up under the dimensionals. So then we did put some blingy bling bling. Again, with these really cute, you would think these were kind of like a masculine feel, but they really work with these as well. So I've just done some bling on there, and there, this one's straighter. There's card number 2. Okay, now I didn't do the insides of these, honestly, because I just did not have time yesterday, so I've just gone back to the basic. We're just doing the outside, but you could easily do up the inside as well to match the outside. Let's go to card number 3. Again, very minimal dimensions because, again, we've got this theme going, which just makes life easier. So this one, again, you'll get all these bits in your kit when you place that $35 minimum order. Otherwise, just watch and get the free class and use these. I'd love to see you use these layout designs. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I do use the thick basic white, not the regular basic white, because I want it to have some sustenance to it. Okay, sustenance? That's the wrong word. I want it to have some, like, because our paperweight, the basic white, is a lot thinner. It's a lesser weight paper than our thick basic white. So this is Misty Moonlight, and this is 5 1/4. I mean, Yeah, 5 1/4 by 4 is your Misty Moonlight. Then we've got our cute DSP, just making sure we're going up the right way. And we've got one panel that is 5 1/8 by 5 1/8 by 1 3/4, and then we've got 2 panels that are 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/8. And the easiest way to do this one is start with the middle panel, because I did try to start with the left-hand panel first, and that did not get things centered for me. So start with your middle panel, and it's just a little, like a 1/16 of an inch there. You can kind of move this around to make it centered. Use that liquid glue. There we go. Now you can center these little panels to here. And then that makes it just a little bit longer. There we go. Move it up a little bit. This is why I just don't do the snail adhesive or the Stampin' Seal a lot, because I really need to move things around. Okay. So there's that panel. Too easy. Next we take our ribbon again, and we're just going to tie it around the top area and tie a bow. And I always make my ribbon a little bit longer than what you need, so I make sure that you've got plenty of ribbon to work with. So the ribbon's included in your kit. The piece of ribbon, it'll be cut for you just like this, and then you can just trim that. And now I've used well, we can go ahead and put this on here, and we just use dimensionals for that. And if you want, when you've got something like this where you're like, okay, I want it about here, you can use the dimensional to hold the ribbon in place. Okay, so little extra dimensionals there, and that'll just stop it from sliding around your card when you're putting it in the envelope, or when you're, you know, sending it to whoever. That'll secure that a little bit better. And remember my trick: when you're sending a card in the mail, turn the card inside out and mail it. That'll make it easier to go through the machines, rather than something getting caught on the front of your card like this big bow. You just turn your card inside out, and you can it'll just get there a lot easier. It won't damage the card. You don't want your card to get caught on the machine and get damaged. Okay, so this one, apparently, did I not cut out the sentiment? Girl, lucky I have extra cut. So I use the Stylish Shapes dies a lot. So I started, whenever I was like making cards, I just cut some extra ones, and some other ones that I use a lot. So this is like a little just box. It's not food safe box. You see people making charcuteries for the beach in these boxes. Don't use that unless it's food safe. You don't want plastic leaching into your food, especially when you're at the beach and it's hot. Like, ew, right? Don't do that. They do have food safe on Amazon. So this is the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's the larger of the two. I love Stylish Shapes. So many of our stamps just fit right into them. So we're going to use the Misty Moonlight and just stamp that there. Too easy breezy, right? Are we seeing how quick and easy this is? So the thing that takes the longest is the die cutting and the coloring, and that's why I've done it ahead of time, because these are really simple cards, but you can use these layouts and, like I said, make the exact same card, or just use something similar that you have already. And we're just going to pop this down here, sending happy thoughts. I like the sentiment, I like the script. And then we've got apparently my Supreme Court just did something. My pop-ups aren't turned off. So we're just going to put the little bit of glue here. Again, just making it easy breezy. And now these two are the actual same size. The other ones I did do, you know, like a smaller and a larger. These two I've done both the larger one because this guy is just by himself. I just decided to have him hanging by himself. You can do whatever you want here. It doesn't have to be what I've done. And we just pop these two in. Again, these are just stamped from that set. The Wildflower Design set. Let me just show you again. There's these. One thing I didn't use this one or this big one, but next time I'll try to use them all. And then again some bling, and I just did put the bling in the corners as well, because again I felt like there was so much white space on here. I'm like, we need to fill that in a little bit. Just, it was a little too much. And one up there. And that is card number 3. Sending happy thoughts. One more to go. We're almost there. So I hope you're loving these cards. I hope you love the simplicity of the designs. And the ease of everything. Especially when you get it as a kit. And again, you'll get one each of the 4 cards. You also get a PDF tutorial that's emailed to you. And it's got everything that I use and all the measurements on there as well. Now, when you spend $50 or more using the host code, you have to use the host code, and you have to place the order by the 19th of June 2024, and that'll get you a free pack of these embellishments as well. I probably should have started with that. But all the details are going to be in the description as well. That will be there shortly because I got to go type it up. I forgot to type it up before I started. I was chatting with a friend. So, okay, so we've got our last one, and it's thick basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we've got this beautiful DSP, which, if you know me and Wild Wheat, we don't see eye to eye. But I have to say, when I looked at this paper, I absolutely loved it. And I was like, oh, this is so pretty. Even though I really don't like Wild Wheat, I actually really like this paper. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. And it's just straight down layered. And that's the back side. Pretty. I didn't want to do them all moody mauve. I wanted to like do all these colors. So these, the Wild Wheat is from the in colors from the 23 to 25 in color collection. And then we've got this banner, and this is the textured metallic, and this is going to be 2 inches by 4 3/4. And you can use a square punch or the banner punch. Well, this is too thick for the banner punch. But why do that when you can just cut up halfway and then cut from here? Now, it might not be perfect, but no one's going to really notice too much. So you just cut that triangle out, and then you've got a banner. Too easy. And we'll glue this down. This is really thick too, hardy. So I like it for cutting out those leaves and everything. It was really easy to cut out, and all the bits just popped right out, all the extra bits. We'll just glue that down. Then we're just taking the centerpiece. This is of the Wild Wheat. So I've used the, wait, was this the centerpiece? Let me double check before I tell you wrong. Excuse me. No, I used this one for the Wild Wheat. It wasn't the centerpiece. Now, you probably could layer that up too, but I just used that smaller one and did that in Wild Wheat. And you see there's your floral dies. I haven't even used the big one yet. And also, if you look in the catalog, there's so many really cool samples in there of designs that you can use. They are a little bit more avid for people who've been crafting for a little bit longer. But also, if you look on page 22, I think it is, of the catalog, they show you some really cute sketches that you can use for inspiration. And we're just going to go ahead and pop that about there. And then we've got the same Stylish Shapes banner there. And you've been on my mind. I've lost the stamp set. Whoops. Where did the stamp set go? Oh dear. Sending happy, there it is. It was hiding in plain sight. It's always the way. And this is one of the reasons I just need to get this craft space organized and just take a moment off from doing videos. I'm still doing my in-person classes. If you're coming, don't worry, I'm still doing them. I've got several classes already lined up with people coming. Of course, I'll still be doing them, but I do them downstairs. So I just need to take some time to reset. That's a little high, but you know what? We'll just go with it. No one will know. And just get this space organized. It'll make such a difference when you've got an organized crafting space, especially when you're trying to create. You know, I create a lot of different classes every week, so I really need the space sorted. And I need to get rid of, that sounds bad, but all my retired product. So we used Moody Marv for that. So like I said, I will have an ordering special coming up, and that will be after this class. So if you want this kit, then this will be one order, and then get on my email list, and I'll send that out. So we're just putting these flowers down, and you'll see that you notice there's a theme with the flowers in the corner. I just felt like this is the way I was going with this card, or with this whole class, was to show that you can take, you know, like one concept was kind of like where we're putting all these flowers at the edge, and place that out across 4 different kinds of cards. If that makes sense. Am I making sense? Sometimes I wonder. Okay, and of course a little bling. I just put them in the same corners that I put the flowers, just to bring balance. If you put them here, then your eye would be like here, 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 here. So I've kind of like trying to flow down this way. There's a whole stuff about design, and of course I don't know any of that, and I don't pretend to. But I do know that part about having the flow of the card. So there we've got our set of cards using the Wildly Flowering suite. We've used the entire suite, and these are the cards that I have come up with for you this week. You bring them down a little bit. And again, you can get this as a kit. You'll get the 4 cards, you'll get 4 envelopes, you'll get a PDF tutorial emailed to you, and you'll get the actual kit, one of each card. All these little bits will be die cut for you, everything die cut, but except for the stamped images. There'll be no stamping on the sentiments, but you still get the sentiment banner. There'll be none of the little flowers. You'll have to purchase the stamp set, or I'm going to have to move that because that's going to bother me going over the flower. Or use something you already have. Use some flowers you already have to recreate these cards. Okay, there we go. And thank you for everyone who watches. If you're subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you follow my Facebook page, Linked by Ink, thank you. If you haven't, I really appreciate if you do. And make sure to comment on posts, and share your creativity with me. I do that every week on my Facebook channel, and you can actually be entered to win for a free pack of embellishments. And I draw once a month. I go back to the last 4 weeks, and I'll draw 4 winners at a time in one day, because it just makes it easier for me, like mailing stuff out and doing it all in like one batch rather than doing it every single week. So there we go. Again, to get this card class, spend $35 or more before shipping and tax. Get the kit, spend 50 or more before shipping and tax, get this embellishment free. Do that before June 19th or by the end of day, June 19th, 2024, by midnight exactly. And use the host code that I have that I will have in the description. I hope you guys like it. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in 2 to 3 weeks because I need to get this stuff sorted. I'll still be posting on socials. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.